Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a book review of Isla and the Happily Ever After by Stephanie Perkins, and this is the last book in the Anna and the French series. This is a companion novel like Lola is to Anna, and yeah, this is the last book in the trilogy. Now, I loved Anna and Lola immensely, but going into Isla I was a little bit scared as I'd heard really mixed reviews from it. Some people loved it and other people said that they couldn't relate to the characters at all and they felt like the story had no plot and they didn't like it at all. So I went into this book thinking that I wouldn't like it as much as Anna and Lola and I would probably end up just thinking it was okay. But I was really surprised by the fact that I actually really loved this book. I did like Anna and Lola a tiny bit more, but Isla was still up there. So let's get into what Isla is about. Isla is about a girl named Isla and she goes to the boarding school that Anna goes to in Paris. And she has had a crush on this boy named Josh, who is like an artist, like, you know, he draws in his spare time, which is all of the time. And she's had this crush on this boy for ages. And then finally over the summer they actually talk and everything and they start dating. However, as they start dating throughout this book, there becomes uncertainties about the future and what lies ahead in their future, and so they have to figure out past that and everything. I really love seeing more of Isla and Josh, especially Josh. We saw Isla and Josh. Isla briefly mentioned in Anna a couple of times and Josh was always there in the background, so it was great seeing them more developed in this book. I really loved Isla's best friend in this book named Kurt. Now Kurt has autism and that's what my brother has, and you rarely find a character that is autistic and is in a book and it's not, the book's not about that, it's just, you know, they're a character and they have autism and that's a fact and get over it. Normally it's like the main premise of a book, you know, this character has autism and there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying it was really refreshing to read about a character that had autism and was just there in a book as a best friend. I really loved Isla and Kurt's platonic relationship, how they were just friends and it never once insinuated into anything more, and that was really refreshing also. Though I felt like Kurt kind of disappeared halfway through the novel and only made his appearance sometimes, and whilst I understood why that happened, I missed him a little bit and wished that he had taken a more serious role, especially in the second half of the book. Isla and Josh as main characters were fantastic. I really liked them. The only issue is that I had with Isla is in one scene of this, I'm not going to spoil it, but there's a conflict in here and it could have just easily been resolved by conversation and talking, and some of the things that Isla does is just really immature in this scene and I just got really angry at that. And like, you're causing yourself so much pain and it's for nothing because this doesn't have to happen. Just talk about it. Don't do what you're doing. So the conflict in this book could have easily been resolved, but it wasn't, and it just, that's what frustrated me about this book. But it only frustrated me for a little bit, but that's why I didn't love it as much as the others, because the conflict was, you know, something that the characters could have easily resolved themselves. Apart from that though, that was my only real issue with this book. I absolutely loved my time reading it. I was like, oh yeah, I'll just read a bit, and I ended up reading all of it. Like, it was fantastic, it was adorable, it was cute. If you loved Anna and Lola, I'm pretty sure you will like this. I love the scene where you see the other characters from the books appear in this book, and I love that, and a lot of people say that that's their favourite scene in this book and that makes them sad because the favourite scene shouldn't be, you know, scenes of our characters, so it should be something between the main characters in this book. And for me, while I love the scene where all the characters were in there, especially at one certain part where you probably know what I'm talking about if you loved Anna as much as I did, but that wasn't my favourite scene. My favourite scene was even more towards the end, and yeah, so it was something between the characters, which I could tell then that I really enjoyed it. That my favourite scene, you know, wasn't with characters that I had loved and do love so much. It was with characters that I had fallen in love with in this book. This book also brought me to tears at one point. It's the scene that I'm talking about at the end of the book, and I don't know, they were happy tears and it was just amazing. You don't need to have read Anna and Lola before you read Isla, but I would definitely recommend reading them first. I would recommend reading Anna, Lola and Isla the way they're meant to be read. They are standalones and they could be read by themselves, but I just feel like you would get such more experience if you read them all together. I'm super disappointed that this is the last book in the series though, as I just want more from these characters and I want new characters, so I'm really excited to see what Stephanie Perkins writes next. I'm definitely adding her as one of my favourite authors. The one thing that hurts my little heart is Anna and Lola are the same length, but Isla is different from them. There's like that much different, which is gonna look so annoying on my shelf. Like there was no need to change the length of this book. It's just, it hurts me so much when publishing companies do this to me. Like I just want to have matching books. Is that so much to ask? But they'll still look gorgeous, I guess. So yeah, that's my review of Isla and the Happily Ever After. I rated it a 4.5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, and that's my rating too, and I absolutely loved it. So I'd love to know what you thought of it in the comments below. Did you love it as much as Anna and Lola? Were you disappointed with it? Were you pleasantly surprised by it? Please let me know in the comments down below. And like this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you'd like to see more book related videos from me, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye!